Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Glad you could attend. Today on the chopping block, we have Harvey the Great, brought to us by the director who brought us Polypore, that interesting and original sci-fi film I reviewed a year or two ago. A couple years now. Wow, it's been that long. Anyway, Jesse Barak co-directed and wrote the story about Harvey Yeoman, who's a PI, a playboy, drinker by day, and then he moonlights as a bounty hunter trying to make some cash, turning in the bad guys. Well, when he takes a specific case, it ends up getting him in hot water, and he ends up finding himself involved in some of the biggest players in the underworld. And we see how Harvey tries to play these characters and get the bounty, yet still protect not only his people, but himself, and keeping himself from getting dead. Harvey the Great is definitely a noir comedy with a tongue firmly planted in cheek. Now, what really helps us sell this film is Harvey Yeoman character, played by Johnny Segala. Now, I loved Johnny's Harvey. You really buy into this character, which you need to. He definitely plays up to all the type of tropes that, a PI does in those classic noir films, but he does it a little bit more comical. It brings just a little bit of lightness to it. He never gets really dark like those characters. So imagine all those tropes, but with a lighter guy who's just, he keeps rolling with it and thinks all of his ideas, these are just the best ideas. And when everybody around him go, I don't know about that. One of the people around him is Jenkins, his driver. Love the Jenkins character, this older gentleman played by Jack Traxler. This guy who, helps Harvey with all of his dirty work. And you can tell he's like, you don't always have the best ideas, boss, but he makes him look good, and he helps him out where he can, and really well played by Jack Traxler. And I love the scenes between Johnny Segala and Jack Traxler. Really some great chemistry there. Also, you find out that Harvey is probably successful because of the voice in his ear. That's his secretary slash partner, if you will, played Chanel, played by Kate Paulson, and really enjoyed their chemistry as well. She's definitely a different character. She's that smart female character that is behind the scenes, who really is the voice of reason that Harvey doesn't always listen to. And so you definitely have all of these tropes that they play up to, and they're played to very well and performed very well by these actors, I think. Now, the film is in a lower production value, so just to put that in perspective, it's still, the lighting looked really good in that, and the dialogue, I really enjoyed the dialogue. There were a few shticks that didn't work for me, but then there were some that just actually had me laughing out loud. So, you just got to take it for that as well, that this is an independently funded film, and comedies like that are sometimes hard to sell, but it really works for the most part. Again, there are a few scenes in there where they kind of play with the dialogue back and forth that I think go just a little bit too long, for me, that didn't quite work. But the story that they come up with definitely is interesting, and it is a great little spin on the PI story, and really, you just wonder how Harvey got by this whole time. The people he has around him are really good as well. So, Harvey the Great, while isn't a phenomenal comedy, I think this was a very well done comedy, especially for an independently produced comedy. You can tell they do have a love and take some fun time with the noir genre. If you're a fan of noir films, you'll want to check out Harvey the Great. I think you can pre-order it on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. If you happen to see Harvey the Great, please let me know what you think of this comedy. Comedies are always hard to do for independent cinema, but after seeing Polypore and seeing this, Jesse Barak really brings us some very unique films, and that's what makes me love the independent cinema so much. So definitely keep an eye on Jesse Barak. This guy definitely has talent and is going to go far, I think, in the indie scene with each production he does. And that'll about do it for us here on The Final Cut. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment down below, subscribe, tell your friends, their friends. Please, thank you so much for your support. And as always, remember, keep that ticket stub.